Dear student, due to coronavirus, school started online classes for your study. So you can subscribe Golden Flower Palia YouTube channel, like and press the bell icon.
Hello students, class 9th students. In the last video, lecture number 7, we have discussed about the cell organelle, that is the chloroplast, means the plastid we have discussed. Today, dear students, we will discuss about the structure of the mitochondria. Today we will discuss about the structure of mitochondria. So mitochondria, as you know very well, it is a cell organelle. It is a cell organelle which is present in the cytoplasm. It is a very important cell organelle. We have to discuss the structure and the functions in detail form. So before starting the structure, I would like to tell you that it is a cell organelle which is present in the cytoplasm. Now, keep watching regularly the videos which is uploaded on the YouTube channel, that is the Golden Flower Palia, and watch the video according to the part wise. Prepare the notes, have the proper practice. Now, as you can look here, the mitochondria is a double membranous cell organelle. Mitochondria is a double membranous cell organelle. The outer membrane is very smooth. The outer membrane is very smooth and it is about nearly 60 angstrom thick. It is 60 angstrom thick. But the inner membrane is embedded or in folds, are forming the folds up to the matrix. These folds, finger-like structures, are called cristae. Means the outer membrane is smooth and inner membranes is embedded into the matrix to form a finger-like structures called cristae. And on the cristae, these racket-like structures, tennis racket-like structures are added. These structures are called F1 particles. These structures are called F1 particles or oxysomes. F1 particles or oxysomes. These are helpful in the formation of proteins, some proteins also. These cristae and the liquid which is filled inside the mitochondria, that is called the matrix. If you will recall your memory in the structure of chloroplast when we have discussed, then the chloroplast structure was the double membranous structures and outer and inner both membranes were the smooth, but in mitochondria outer membrane is smooth and inner membrane is embedded inside to form the finger like structures called cristae. The space between these two membranes, this is called perimitochondrial space. This is called perimitochondrial space. This is the space between the two membranes. Now, come on the next. This is the ribosomes. These are the ribosomes which are helpful in the formation of some types of the proteins. This is the DNA. Due to the presence of the DNA and ribosomes, the mitochondria are called semi autonomous cell organelle. Means due to the presence of the DNA and ribosomes, they can form their own protein and they can multiply by division process, and they are not depend for the division of the whole cell. They can multiply according to their need. That is why due to the presence of the ribosomes and DNA, they are called the semi-autonomous cell organelle. Now, let's discuss the few things which are related with this mitochondria. The first of all, the mitochondria are discovered by the Kolliker in striated muscles. In striated muscles. These mitochondria are observed by the Kolliker in striated muscles, but the mitochondria term is given by the Benda in 1897 because these mitochondria are helpful in the production of the energy. So that is why they are considered as powerhouse of the cell. They are considered as powerhouse of the cell. Now about the structure, about the length and the diameter, the size of the mitochondria is 3 to 5 micron in length and 0.5 to 2 micron in diameter. In diameter. Now these mitochondria are absent in bacteria, RBCs of mammals. Bacteria means prokaryotic cells and RBCs of the mammals. It means mitochondria present in eukaryotic cells. Mitochondria are present in eukaryotic cells. They are absent in the prokaryotic cells means bacteria and RBCs of the mammals are called semi-autonomous cell organisms. Now, one more thing about the mitochondria, that is when you will talk about the mitochondria, these are the site of aerobic respiration. When you will talk about the functions of mitochondria, first one is site of aerobic respiration. Site of aerobic respiration means aerobic respiration takes place in the mitochondria. Second one, oxidation of food takes place here. Oxidation of food takes place so to release energy, so they are called powerhouse of cell. So they are called powerhouse of cell. Okay. So the third function of mitochondria is forms some kind of proteins. Because you know very well the mitochondria contains the ribosomes, having the ribosomes and the DNA both. So due to the presence of the ribosomes and DNA, they can form their some kind of the protein. They can form some kind of the protein. Now, these F1 particles are helpful. You know very well these racket-like structures are present. Tennis racket-like structures are present on the finger-like structures called cristae. These are called F1 particles or oxysomes, and they are helpful in the formation of ATP. Formation of ATP. You know very well these are helpful in the formation of ATP because the ATPs are synthesized in the F1 particles. Now, the numbers of the mitochondria, numbers in a cell vary. Means the number of the mitochondria in cell vary according to the different cells. It may be from one mitochondria to be many. Means in one cells many mitochondria can exist. The number of the mitochondria in cell vary according to the cell to cell. Second, shape may be oval, spherical, etc. Means the shape of the mitochondria is also not mostly in most of the cells the mitochondria are elliptical or spherical shape just like this, but shape of the mitochondria may vary according to the cell to the cell. Now let's discuss with the chemical composition of the mitochondria. The mitochondria are consist of the 65 to 70% protein, 25 to 30% lipids, and sulfur, iron, copper, calcium, magnesium in trace amount. If they are present, in that they are very in small amount, and DNA is 1%. So, dear student, this is the topic for today. This is the structure of the mitochondria today I have discussed with you. In the next coming videos, we will discuss the next topic related with the same chapter. This topic is remain to discuss. So till that, have the more practice, keep working. All the best. God bless you.
Do self study at home and stay home, save lives. Thank you very much.